Welcome to the Mountain Magnolia Show, where your host, Mary Noble Braden, will introduce you to Swannanoa Valley's most interesting and most iconic individuals.
Let's give 'em something to talk about.
Hello, all you beautiful people. This is Mary Noble Braden at the Mountain Magnolia Show. I hope everyone's having a great day today. We have another awesome guest here today, and we're going to be revealing the heart and soul of our community. And the last two episodes have been about art, so I thought it was necessary to have another quote about art as well. And today's quote is, "Every artist dips his brush in his own soul and paints his own nature into his pictures." And that quote is from Henry Ward Beecher. How beautiful. Well, we have Candace Reilly today from North Carolina Glass Center. Thank you so much, Candace, for coming in.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
And we are in the Perry Social House, y'all. We are in a great location. Don't you love this beautiful, I guess it's a penthouse in the Perry Social?
Yeah, it's calming. It makes me want to go lay on that beautiful hammock over there.
I know, it's a great place to have the show. I had them on the show last week, and I texted her, and I was like, "Can we do the show at your hotel?" And this is, the smallest hotel in North Carolina.
Oh, it's official.
Yes.
Smallest hotel.
It's
Okay.
the smallest hotel. So, well, Candace, tell us how you got to Western North Carolina.
Oh, gosh. We're going to go way back. I have been living in this area for about 15 years. I moved here and started working at the Asheville Art Museum
Okay.
quite a number of years ago, and then fell in love with this rich craft community. It really is a special location, especially in terms of the arts and crafts. And I did not know that places existed like this on Earth, where at every corner you turn, you find someone who's painting or working with clay or with glass.
Yeah.
And the glass in this region in particular is a staple. There are hundreds of glass artists in this region, and a lot of really rich resources for glass. The mountains just north of us are rich in silica, which we use to make glass. And I think a lot of folks moved to this area decades ago because it was affordable, but also because there were so many resources and other artists. So I fell in love with that history and getting to know
Yeah, that's
a little
interesting.
bit more about why so many people live in this area.
So if you're doing glass, there are more colors available here?
It's really silica. When you melt it with sand, it's clear.
Okay.
And you can add pigment to glass to make it colorful. But it's the resource of silica, which is a quartz that's used, is mined in mountains here and used to make glass. And the folks who make it, this company called Spruce Pine Batch, send it all over the world, as far as I know. But there are very few areas in the world that have quartz-rich mountains.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, it is a fun fact.
All right, so you moved here 15 years ago, and you said you worked at the Art Center.
I worked at the Asheville Arts Museum for a number of years, and then I worked at Warren Wilson College, and I worked at Blue Spiral. And somewhere in there, was asked to be on the board at the North Carolina Glass Center.
Okay.
And they had just started, they had just opened as a nonprofit about 2 years before that, and needed some more board members. The Glass Center was quickly growing at that time, and so I entered, and I think it was 2017. I started on the board, and I clearly haven't left.
And now your position is the executive director, and you are at the Black Mountain and the River Arts
Yes.
location.
Yes. Our original location was the River Arts District. It's on Robert Street over by Wedge Studios. And we just celebrated 9 years on June 1st. And I think it was right after the pandemic, more glass artists started moving to the area. And I don't know if you remember, but in 2021 to 2022, we saw such an influx of tourism that our infrastructure couldn't handle it, right?
Wow.
The hotels, the airport, you name it. Well, we really supply experiences to the tourist industry. Folks come in and take 30-minute classes with us while they're taking a vacation, or they shop in our gallery. And we had more artists moving to town, and so we didn't have enough studio space to support everyone. And so it was around that time we realized we needed to grow. And so we just opened our second location in Black Mountain to take care of those needs.
And so you can as a tourist, you can go and take it sounds like really short classes at either location.
At either location, yeah. It could either be a 30-minute quick experience where you work with an instructor and make a cup or a paperweight or a pendant on a necklace, or it can be a longer class, 3 hours, where you get a really long hands-on experience. We do those classes on Thursdays, and folks work with the instructor and can make 3 or 4 different things during that time period. And then we also do longer educational courses. If you really want to get into glassblowing, you can take 8-week intensives. And then maybe graduate out and become a glass artist.
Something for every. I mean, you never know. That one experience could be like, you know what, this is what I want to do.
That's right.
That's awesome. When I was talking to Laurie before the show, we were talking about we do pottery together, so we're together every Tuesday, and it's such a nice experience to be able to sit down and get to really know a craft. Like you said, this area is rich in craft. I've never heard anybody say that.
It's so rich in craft, and I think, of course, post Helene, we've particularly noticed that richness because so many artists were displaced and in need of new studio spaces. And so there's kind of, people are working overtime right now to help fill those niches where folks lost studio space. And I know Black Mountain is one of those places, and Weaverville, and of course in downtown Asheville, they're trying to make sure that artists are getting back to work.
Yeah. Speaking of, was y'all's place on the River Arts, was it affected by Helene?
No, thank goodness.
Okay,
It is a miracle. We're about maybe 250 or 300 yards from the river, up kind of on the hill. It's what they're now calling the Upper District, and lots of places up in our area were not flooded so badly. But the water reached our doorstep. That's how far the water rose from. The French Broad. Yeah.
I'm so glad it wasn't affected.
Yes, we are too. Yeah, thank you.
It sounds like y'all have an amazing program. Well, you said that y'all are having a ribbon opening tomorrow.
We are.
Yay, here in Black Mountain.
We're in Black Mountain. We're having kind of the official ceremony with the chamber is tomorrow, Juneteenth at 4:30. And we're kind of doing this odd, slow opening because Helene set us back. We were meant to open last year, and Helene kind of set us back because resources scattered after the storm, and the building wasn't completed on time. And that's fine because I know a lot of the contractors who are working with us were helping repair schools and hospitals and helping get people back in their homes. And so we had kind of a slow opening. The weekend of Holly Jolly, we were able to get some occupancy to open just our gallery.
Nice.
And then we finally got full occupancy and opened our studios in March. And so we'll have this ribbon cutting, and then we'll have a grand opening celebration on October 4th. So we're taking all the celebrations as they come.
I can't wait to come and experience. Now, especially, I'm so interested that you said this region is silicon rich, right?
Silica rich, yeah.
Silica rich. Yeah. I have family friends that do a lot of glass artist or art, and I'm interested to see, to learn all about it. Because my craft is pottery. I really don't know a lot about it.
Yeah. And actually, one of the wonderful experiences coming to the Glass Center is even if you just come in to check out things in the gallery or to watch people blow glass, any person that works at the Glass Center is happy to introduce any guest to what we're all about and what's happening in the process that they're seeing, what materials are being used and things like that. So it's really coming to visit is an educational experience beyond just, being something visual.
Yeah. And what are y'all's hours during the week?
Right now, we're open Wednesday through Sunday. This is in both locations, Wednesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, that's great. And then, in order to sign up for, you just walk in if you want a short class, but you have to probably sign up if you want a class that you come to every week.
Sure, yeah, there are 3 different ways to sign up. You can just walk in to either studio and sign up from the shop, or you can call, or you can get online. We have a full schedule and online registration system.
Nice. Well, is there something that we haven't talked about the Glass Center that you would like to talk about?
I had mentioned earlier that there are hundreds of glass artists in the region, and one of the reasons that we became a nonprofit was because blowing glass or working with glass, whether you're working with the larger furnaces, blowing the larger projects, or working with smaller flame torches and making smaller items, it's expensive.
I'm sure.
That equipment, just like having ceramic kilns is expensive and having, studio setup, glass equipment is tens of thousands of dollars. And if you want to have a whole studio, sometimes it's $100,000 or more. And so
Wow.
It's not easy for glass artists to get access to equipment so that they can make their work. And one of the reasons that we formed as a nonprofit is so that we can have some subsidized rentals for artists to come in. They can make their work affordably. They could sell it in our gallery. We can help them professionally. We can give them continuing education experiences. And so to that end, the work that we're doing is really to support these artists and make sure that they are doing what they love to do and what they're good at doing. Being an artist is not just a hobby, it's a career. And we want to make sure that artists can have their careers. Right now, I think we have over 80 artists, regional artists represented in our gallery, and over 20 artists come in and rent equipment.
They rent?
They rent equipment, yes.
So I have a question. You said that you can take these classes. Do they also have studio time there? At the Glass Center?
Artists?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah. We have 2 workstations in our River Arts District location. And oftentimes you'll see classes happening at one workstation and then an artist making their work at another station.
Okay.
And then in Black Mountain we have 4. So like I said earlier, we grew really quickly and artists' needs became more intense, but tourists also really wanted to take classes with us, so we wanted to make sure we had enough equipment available to fulfill both of those needs.
I mean, you guys have really thought of everything here, from tourists to take classes to the artists that need assistance. So good job.
Thank you.
I can't wait to check it out. Well, I think we were talking about how, before I interrupted you, how people also rent equipment. And so artists can come in and they can say, I need this torch or this, I don't know all the equipment, but I need this
I need to rent this kiln to fire this project. Sure. Yeah.
And so they would take it home with them, or they would.
No, they
Okay.
It's a little too big to take home.
I didn't think so, but I had to ask.
No, they come in and they rent the equipment from our space.
Okay.
And like I said, we keep the cost really low for them. One of the ways that we can keep costs low is through gallery sales and through selling classes as experiences to the public. In fact, one of the things that was painful after Helene is 80% of our income comes from tourists.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of folks have been experiencing the weight of that loss in the past several months, not having the same tourist economy that we had before. And so, we want to to keep keeping costs low, and so we've been figuring out new and creative ways to make sure that artists aren't getting charged an arm and a leg to use equipment and space. And
It sounds like y'all have thought of most everything that you can, which is great. It's full circle. I'm looking forward to coming
Yeah.
and checking it out.
Yeah, you'll have to come take a class with us.
Hey, maybe that's my new thing instead of pottery, right?
Or both.
So you had mentioned y'all are having the ribbon cutting on Thursday, and then in October you're going to have a grand opening.
On October 4th, yes.
Okay. And so, one of the things, I'm sure it's on your website, but there's got to be a lot of folks that are glass blowers and who want to donate to a nonprofit like the Glass Center. Is there a spot on your website where you can donate?
Sure. Our website is ncglasscenter.org. And there is a donation tab on our website. So like I said, we are a nonprofit. So any donation goes toward our programs. Lots of those programs are for artists. We also do outreach programs for youth and veterans throughout the year. We do an annual BIPOC residency where we bring in a national glass artist to work with our community. And it's 6 weeks long. It's oftentimes the best time of the year. There's a lot of excitement around that.
Nice.
And now that we have a larger space in Black Mountain, we're able to accommodate large public events. So we had our first really big public event a couple weeks ago, which was a live glass blowing demonstration. And these are traditionally called hot glass cold beer.
It was in Black Mountain?
It was in Black Mountain. We had close to 100 folks come in for that, and it was hot. It was the hottest day of the year yet. And folks came in, and one of our community artists did a big glass blowing demonstration, and it was a free public event. And so we like to generate a lot of excitement around the theatrics and the magic of glass blowing. So oftentimes folks want to donate to particular programs, like our youth or veterans programs, or to artist programs like that one, to our residency or whatever. So there are quite a few ways to support the Glass Center and the work that we do.
So cool. I mean, just strolling down Black Mountain and you're like, oh, I'm going to go take a look in here and see how this person is blowing some glass. That's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, this was lovely, just being able to learn more about the Glass Center. And Sal does a great job sometimes connecting me with folks. And I know, I'm surprised, actually, we've never met each other.
It's just big enough that there was 1 or maybe 2 degrees of separation instead of 1.
Right. Well, now we can do some networking, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which will be good. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about the Glass Center before I ask my closing question?
I don't think so. Just kind of keep an eye out, see what we're doing. Often our events for the public are on Fridays or Saturdays. We love having people come in and visit. And we love getting questions, so come in and ask us questions.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm coming soon. It might not be this week, but I'm next week. So, well, one of the questions I always ask our guests before we leave is, I love to ask my guests as a closing question, is there something that you can share that you do maybe on a daily basis or a weekly basis that really has changed your life for the good?
Nature bathing.
Oh, love that.
Any form of nature bathing. I grew up in northern Indiana where the sun did not shine very much and it was flat and there wasn't a whole lot of space to take a hike or do anything like that. And we are so fortunate in this beautiful, mountainous, sun-rich area. So even if there's rain in the forecast at some point in the day, get out for 5 minutes and breathe it in and look around.
It's so important, too.
It's so important.
It can ground you and just change anxiety or...
Absolutely.
Well, I love that. I love to sauna and cold plunge and And
Ooh,
that's one of my favorite things to do. But nature bathing, really laying down in the sun, it can change your mindset, your feelings. So thanks for
absolutely.
sharing that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't guess that. Well, thank you so much for coming, Candace, and I want to continue to connect and just see how it goes with the Glass Center.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening to the Mountain Magnolias. I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and until next time, we'll see you soon.
Thank you for joining us for Mountain Magnolias with your hosts, Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis. Join us next time for more interesting stories from the Swannanoa's most interesting people as we give you something to talk about.
Let's give 'em something to talk
Mountain Magnolias is a production of Noble and Company Realty in Black Mountain. For more information, please call them at 828-357-5243. 828-357-5243.